If he hates that Steve, please like and subscribe. Please click on the deck heroes icon. Click on subscribe. It's 100% free. Well, you know, blood in, blood out. And also click on the notifications. Otherwise, this becomes the best kept secret. And I'm trawling the web to get the best videos to kind of enhance everybody's lives with a little bit of positivity and best practice and my experience as an older man. See how it goes. I've noticed with some of my friends and social group over the years and some of the comments that I've had that people are out there looking for love. Of course we are. And I truly believe, as I say, based on my own experience, that it's based on social cues. And even myself, I've struggled. I struggled right up to when I was about 20, 21, 22, maybe a little bit older, in many ways. And it's all about an etiquette, about social skills and things like that, and just small things which make a big difference. This is the first viewing of this video from this young man who I support 100%, Coach Carl. As I said, I agree with him 100% in the one video that I've seen. Let's see what he's going to add to that in terms of maxing social skills, just to be better at kind of communicating with people in general.
That will skyrocket your social confidence fast as fuck. And I'm going to be showing drills on my own journey at home to start building my social confidence, as well as what to be doing in a routine when you're out in public to start building that skill set fast. And then throughout this video, following these concepts, I show you me in the field actually practicing what I'm preaching in this video. So really powerful stuff. This is the exact concepts I've used to make a massive transformation over the last 10 years and how I've also helped over make that transformation as well. So let's get into daily habit number 1 of what you need to do to boost your social confidence. And that point is very simple. Talking. Yes, guys, in order to become more socially confident, you need to be talking, a lot more talking than what you're currently doing. And one of the easiest I recommend you start doing is actually talking at home, okay? You don't necessarily need to wait till you're talking to that really attractive girl to start talking more consistently. I actually would recommend you start doing this as part of your morning routine. If you're somebody who really wants to increase your social...
Yeah, obviously it depends on your starting point. I think it's not only just talking, it's about what you talk about and what the content of it. What really helped me, and I'm going to let him talk, but what really helped me is back in the day, I started reading men's magazines, not the naughty ones. Things like, used to be a magazine called FHM, and there's also Esquire and things like that. And I like their skill of expression. And we're talking about top level professional male magazines, you know what I mean? And it's going to be a higher level men that kind of write those types of things. And I say just getting a clue, if you don't already have it in your social circle, about what high level professional men, how we kind of articulate ourselves will definitely pay dividends. And I say that because I know people who do a lot of talking, but they're just talking nonsense, they're talking air, you know what I mean? So and what we do talk about has to express an interest in what they're doing. So we're thinking in 3D, you know what I mean? While they're talking, that's probably, they're saying what they're saying, we're thinking in 3D, meaning we're thinking around that subject to kind of further an interesting conversation. It's going to be more interesting for them because they're talking about themselves and, you know what I mean, just showing how they kind of, how they went about something, which obviously means it's not going to be an uncomfortable subject matter. You're not going to be talking about exactly where she lives, where you've just met her, or you're not going to be doing something which is a little bit kind of controversial and debatable, and she's going to feel uncomfortable revealing that thing about herself. But nevertheless, anyway, talking skills, definitely.
Better with their communication and you need to treat this thing with a certain level of priority in your day-to-day routine. And one of the easiest things I show guys, as well as what I've done in my own journey, is what's known as the talk forever drill. And this is powerful for a variety of different reasons, which essentially means you set a timer, whether that's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 20 minutes, and you want to start practicing free word association. You say a sentence, and then you take a word from that sentence, and that then crafts the next sentence in your conversation. Okay, and you can practice doing this over and over and over again, and it'll teach you how to become more improvisational. It'll get you better with your free word association. And more importantly, it's going to get you.
That's true. That's true. I've never done that. That's very interesting. That's like, wow, that is that is a very creative way of going about it. And obviously, yeah, they're definitely building those types of skills. He's 100% right. 100% right. The way that I went about it is I just literally, I'm an academic, you know what I mean? So I literally started writing things down about that conversation could lead to that, that could lead to that. And when you think about your own experiences, if you to describe an event that you've just been to in the most interesting way to yourself, it's like, oh, what do they do? Who do they turn up? Who was the support act? Were you at the front? Were you sitting down? Do you have a good view? If you're standing up, I bet your feet are knackered. Or just think about your own relatable kind of warm kind of experiences and just ask how, just make that kind of guide you, your own experience about how their experience might have gone. And obviously be in tune to how they react and what they say. But definitely what he's saying, that is a practical skill in order to how to build and further and maintain a conversation. And if you can do that with confidence, obviously asking people about what they've done, but obviously you can relate that to your own experience and how you kind of put that across. But yeah, one thing I do want to say is I'm not sure if he's going to say it later. When you do initially meet a lady, it really is just about impressing her and being on her right side. So it's not about us taking center stage. She's center stage, you know what I mean? So you're going to be asking questions about her. If she's a bit more reflective and she'll kind of bounce it back to us, then obviously we'll talk about ourselves for a little bit and obviously do it in an interesting and engaging way, which may well further more conversation. But yeah, the focus is on her because she's the star at the beginning, and then it kind of gets to equality over time. But so you're approaching her to impress her, so be interested in her.
In the habit of talking for an extended period of time. Dudes, you're bad at conversation skills. You start talking to a girl, especially if she's attractive, and very quickly you get in your head, you run out of things to say, you suck at free word association, and you're stuck on this logical topic of conversation, and you just talk about nothing else to say, and the vibe just fizzles out. Shit gets awkward, and then you eject from it. Doesn't need to be that way. And even though I was at that same level myself, I've managed to cultivate the skill set to be able to seamlessly talk almost infinitely. And I can say that with confidence because I literally just ran a 3-hour coaching call where I was top for 3 hours. And like literally 2 days ago, I approached the girl during the daytime and that interaction ended up going 3.5 hours long. And there was a moment.
That's interesting. I think on a first meet, you're not aiming for anything which is going to be epic record marathon length in terms of your conversation. It's just not quick conversation. Say your little bit, find some common ground, give her a quick compliment towards your opener about why you're even talking to her at all. Otherwise, you're putting yourself straight in friend zone, and yeah, just wrap it up and just see if she's open to, staying in touch, going out, having a drink, find out what does she like to do. What do you like to do first dates wise? You know what I mean? And you might probably get a smile from that. You may well get, and then okay, let's go for whatever she says she likes to do. You need to be thinking about, okay, yeah. I can do that. I can eat, or watch a film. Or hopefully she doesn't say watch a film because that's sit down, not talk kind of territory. But whatever she's interested in, obviously find something to do along those lines when you suggest to do something. And if there's a likelihood you're going to suggest to do something that she wants to do and enjoys doing, then obviously your chances of success gone up.
The conversation was I got to a point where I can confidently say I can talk forever, if that makes sense. And I'm just telling you guys, like, this is literally how I did it. A big fundamental piece of getting good with my conversation skills, my improv skills, my free word association was literally doing this drill. I recommend doing this drill every day, starting on the low end for like 5 to 10 minutes. But honestly, if you're somebody who really wants to get better and take this stuff seriously, I would recommend doing it for like 20 to 30 minutes a day, because most of you dudes, you barely even get into 30 minutes of conversation in your entire day with strangers. Maybe you have a conversation with your employees where you're just focused on work, but that's not really training the skill set of coming up with new topic ideas and talking about your experience around these topics and connect.
Absolutely. I think some guys can talk about blokey kind of stuff like football and sport, and they can probably, and boxing, whatever it is, and just have a boxing. But we need to obviously kind of relate those skills to other subjects. So I think we can talk. Just need to, let's say, relate it to something which is relevant to her, this person that we're trying to attract and chat up.
With topics. And that's exactly why this drill is really powerful. It's going to force you to start the day with working that muscle of coming up with new sentences, free word association. It's just going to make you more witty at the same time. Guys that are really good at conversation, that can talk forever, they have this witty improvisational skill set that they've built up over time that allows them to just get into this free-flowing social state. And this is so powerful because I said,
he's not wrong. He's talking about being witty, which is obviously going to come from your charm and, just making it interesting, engaging kind of conversation.
You don't need it with you. So at the beginning, you have that flowing as you go out into the world. How many talk to anybody and then you go out into your day to day and that first it's like you're in the elevator or you walk by that person and you have no social momentum going whatsoever. And that's why you probably don't talk to that many people. So this drill is so good, puts you into that routine first thing in the fucking morning. And then you can do this at any time that you want to. Like another great time that I used to do it a lot was when I was doing my commute to work. Back when I was commuting to college and I commuted during work. I was a delivery driver for a catering company. And I would utilize my morning commute, which was about 20-25 minutes. On the way to school, I would also do there another like 15 to 20 minutes, and that would just put me in an amazing social flow going into those environments versus the old me was not looking for opportunities. I would be super in my head. I go into those environments and then I'm just like closed off and I'm almost avoiding conversation. When you guys are in the right social flow, you actually start to look for more opportunities to socialize because you're feeling good about yourself and you're in that high vibe frequency. So number one,
yeah, I don't want to miss it. Yeah, the more that you're used to be sociable, the more that you're used to being sociable, the better your social skills, I think is what he's saying. But also you'll just get this reputation for being sociable as well, which kind of adds to people wanting to get to know you because you're easy to get to know. But definitely a valuable skill and best practice and good habits to get into. Because obviously if you're out and about and say if you got that reputation of being a nice guy and a fun guy and all that, a fun guy in a nice way, you know, not fun guy as in a player or clown. But yeah, people want to get to know good people. You know what I mean? We are being observed from time to time, you know what I mean, by ladies. And if it's a positive thing, then it's just going to be an easy approach down the line. So, yeah, what I'm really saying as well is don't store up. You're not stoic 99% of the time. And then that 1% when you're trying to chat to somebody, you'll be a sociable. It doesn't really work that way. So, yeah, the social skills definitely good advice.
In general, and this isn't just the drill. I think the drill is a great supplemental piece that you should really start incorporating into your daily routine, morning or during your commute or in the shower, whenever it may be. But aside from that, it's also just the skill set of talking a lot. Okay, so phone calls to friends, phone calls to girls that you're already seeing, phone calls to family members. You just need to have that one person you're cool with that you could talk on the phone to consistently, because if you could do that and you do this drill, that's getting you in the habit of consistently talking for an extended period of time. And then when you go out into the world, you already have those juices flowing. It's a lot easier to keep the momentum rolling. Okay, that's number one, which is the daily habit you can be doing at home. Now I want to talk about, we're already a little bit warmed up. We did our self practice. Now we're going out into our day to day, and points 2, 3, and 4 are all going to be going over what to do in your day to day, and more importantly, at the end of this, how to learn from those interactions so you're getting better every time.
Yeah, this is going to be in various parts. So I'm going to also split it into separate videos. Okay, so I think part number 1 was pretty good advice. Stay tuned for part number 2. Please like, subscribe, turn the notifications on. That is Steve, and I am